Welcome back once again, everybody, to another Friday night wine time. Over here with my beautiful, gorgeous, lovely looking wife. Looking fly as ever.
Thank you. You look mighty clean yourself.
Thank you. Had to throw on the white shirt for it, special occasions, And what are we doing tonight?
Tonight, well, once again, my name is Sherri.
I am Joseph.
And we are doing our Friday night wine time. We are choosing 3 questions from the box if you're new here. And just getting your perspective. I'm giving my perspective. And if you want to give your perspective, go ahead and drop a comment down below once we answer the questions. And it's just, something to have fun and enjoy our Friday night and relax, unwind.
Sip on something.
Yeah, so get you something to drink. Get your little boo to get all cuddled up with. And,
Come join us.
Yeah, come join us. Okay, so is having a timeline for marriage a good thing?
This sounds like a question we had a few weeks ago, right?
I think that one was a little different. I think that one said, did you have a timeline?
Okay.
But this one is it a timeline a good thing?
Is it a good thing?
All right. And go.
I think if you have a timeline, you may box yourself in to this idea that you must be married by a certain age. And you may force the issue. You may force something that really may not be organic. You might find yourself in a relationship and you start counting down those days and those months and those years. And you find yourself in a situation where your clock is ticking and you just throw yourself into a relationship. You say, I do, just so that you stick to this plan. Now, I'm okay with plans. I'm all right with having life plans and life goals. But if you are talking about making a commitment to another person for the rest of your life and you're not too sure if you're really committed to that, but you want to satisfy this box that you have to check off, I think that could be problematic. Now, on the other hand, if you are trying to check off this box and you find the right person and everything is looking perfect or as close as it can be, because nothing is perfect, and all the stars are aligning, the universe is calling, and you have that opportunity to seize that opportunity and seize that moment, then I'm good with it. But I don't think you should try to manipulate the rest of your life for the sake of sticking to a timeline.
I like that. Yeah, I agree. I think, sometimes, I'm not going to say a particular gender, get so stuck on like, oh, I have to do this by this major age, or I have to do this before, I can accomplish anything else. Like, just live your life. Like, if that's in the plans, and more than likely, somewhere down the line it will be, but just live your life. And it's, it's sad because I have come across people who they're in relationships and they've been there for so long and don't want to start over, even though the relationship may be toxic or they're not happy, but they're like, well, I'm still going to marry this person. It's like, it's quality, boo. Quality over quantity every day. Like, you could be with someone for 20 years and they not be the person for you. You know what I mean?
And not even realize it or actually know. That's the worst part, when they know and then 20 years down the line, they're like, why did I do this?
Exactly. So, I think, like you said, manipulating your life for this, one particular thing. When, just live your life and allow your life to, receive someone in there once you've reached a point in your life where you could share it with that person. So, having a timeline for marriage, like, it's all good, in your head to be like, oh, it'd be nice. Like I said, that was something I said years when I was like a kid, saying I wanted to be married by a certain age. But once I actually kind of got close to that age, it wasn't even that I was looking for that. I was actually just enjoying
your
living.
Life.
Yeah. So, I would say
live your life.
Yeah, live your life, enjoy it. Don't necessarily put a stipulation on marriage, If it comes, it comes. But, just keep living and be the best of you for you.
Yeah. Question number 2. Dating or marrying someone who is unromantic?
Why are you over there breathing and sighing?
Just answer the question.
Mm-hmm. I mean, people do it every day. Unfortunately, if that is your love language, where you like receiving gifts and, you like that physical touch and things of that sort, it might be a little harder for you to deal with. But closed mouths don't get fed. If you are willing to be with this person, you should be willing to communicate to that person, like, look, I like this. I need this. I want this. Can you accommodate? And when it comes to marriage, it's a little bit harder to be like, can you accommodate? Otherwise I'm walking. But, I think if you just have to keep, doing it and communicating and trying to communicate to that person in the way that they're receptive to it. So if they're a verbal person, talk to them. If they're a visual person, create them a chart, a diagram, something, I don't know. You're going to have to communicate to them to the point to where they are receiving your message and getting across what you need in the relationship to, thrive, enjoy, and be compatible with that person. But yeah, it's a hard thing, when we first kind of started, I had to be like, bruh. Yeah, I know you might not like Valentine's Day, blah, 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 but are you going to do all this other stuff every day besides Valentine's Day? If you ain't doing it every other day besides on Valentine's Day, you better get up off your shoulders and make it happen, right?
And that's what she said.
Wine time.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this question is directed right at me.
Stop.
But again, over the years, I have learned to own my unromantic nature. And I could only thank this one right here, this real one, for sticking through all of that and communicating with me what language of love she spoke. And am I perfect at it? Hell no. Am I good at it? I don't even think I'm good at it, to be real. Like, I don't think I'm a very romantic person, and it's not something that I'm proud of, you know what I mean? But I recognize that is definitely a fault of mine. That is a flaw of mine. It's,
but are you getting better at it?
I don't know. I don't. I really don't know. But I'm trying. And it's been a long...
And hey, as long as the person's willing to try.
It's been
if they ain't willing to try, you done lost.
It's been many years of trying. It's been many years.
You better be many more years of trying.
I'm always trying.
Exactly. Try.
These kids, man. Can I get like a minute? If you're already in a marriage with somebody that's unromantic, you've basically committed to that flaw of theirs. And you have accepted it. And if they have shown progress over the years of dating, and they've continued to show progress over the years of marriage and into the marriage, then I would say, make it work. Find a way to make it work. Keep communicating, right? The way you have, and keep making the attempts. If you are dating somebody who's not very romantic, and that is a major flaw, and it becomes what we call a deal breaker, then obviously, peace out. Walk along, right? Walk on by. But if you're willing to accept that flaw and communicate and work towards making progress, then I say stick it out, make it work. All right. These kids, man. These kids. If you have heard kids in the background, that's how real it is. That's how real it is, man. Here we are trying to do something, trying to relieve some stress and connect. Like we've said before, this is our date night. These are our date moments. These are our mommy and daddy time.
Exactly.
This is our couples time.
All right. Question number 3.
Número 3.
Last question.
Why the look, though? Oh, it's one of those. Wow.
Last question is
asking
about whether dating or married, the person's previous sexual partners.
Ooh.
So whether or not you should do that. And go.
Whether or not you should ask?
Yes.
Why I gotta be the first one to answer this question while you sip on your pomegranate juice? Uh, um, I don't have a problem with it. I don't.
You mean asking or?
Oh yeah.
So you would ask them.
I don't think it's a problem if a person asks about their significant other or the person they're dating, someone they're interested in. I don't have a problem if that is a question that's being asked. I don't have a problem asking. At the end of the day, if you really, really want to know, you'll ask. And that's always going to be a wild card because you could ask that question because you may have certain boxes that you need to check. You may have certain criteria. You may have certain requirements for the person that you're dating, and or you're willing to take it to the next level with that person, and this may be a very serious criteria for you. But in that, you got to be aware that you might find out information that you're not comfortable with, right? You have to be real comfortable with yourself. I think in this question, a lot of security, personal security, confidence, being secure in your own self is a 150% requirement, especially if you are the person that is asking that question. And then, of course, if you're the one that's being asked that question, same thing goes for you. You know, be secure in who you are. You know, and if the person is right for you, they'll accept that.
I mean, as long as the person has a clean bill of health, like, you know, this day and age is kind of like, look, you just need to be healthy. We need to, you know, explore your tests. Now, apparently including COVID tests and all that. But, you know, I think, I don't know, as a woman, like, being asked that, it's kind of like, well, why? Because with men and their egos, it's like anything above like one, you're going to be like, well, usually, blah, 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 whatever it is. You know what I mean? Exactly.
Judgment.
And men are a lot more judgmental than women.
And then let's not forget the double standards.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they're more judgmental.
Judgment and double standards can play a big factor in the way you accept somebody.
Exactly. Because, I mean, let us not talk about all the men these days who are just out there just living that real gigolo life. So
living that single.
Yeah, a little too hard.
Single.
A little too hard. So
Life.
that's my business. That's your business. But as long as you know, clean bill of health, that's all I said.
Let me add this. I'm not saying one should ask that question, right? Like, I want to be clear on something. I'm not saying that somebody should ask that question, right? Yeah. Or feel compelled to ask that question. I'm just saying, would you be okay with it? I'm all right with it.
Yeah, not necessarily saying that they should, but I mean, what you should be asking about is something different, not how many people you've been with. It should be,
for sure.
Are you taking care of yourself, you know, in all aspects? Like, I think that's a little bit more important than...
Yeah. Or even what you've learned, right? Like, that's a bigger question. Not necessarily how many people you've been with, but what have you learned, right? What have those experiences been like? What have you learned from those experiences? How are you better as a result of those experiences?
You trying to find out if they a freak? Just kidding.
How are they better off? You know, not necessarily sexually. It could be sexually, but how are they better off as a person, right? As a whole person, as a whole human being, as a result of those experiences, rather than, you know, maybe they're worse as a result of it, right? Because let's be real, why do you put that way?
I don't know.
Because let's be real, somebody could be very harmed by that. Somebody, you know, negative experiences. So, yeah, it can go both ways. We're just rambling now. This is going.
I think we've gone past the timer. Like I said, you know, sometimes we get it 3 minutes. Sometimes it's past that. Yeah. Let us know what your perspective is in the comments, because some of these is a little, you know, touch and go, kind of difficult.
Yeah, this one was a touchy one. Yeah.
Yeah. But thank you for joining us on our Friday night wine time. Once again, you know, hopefully you had your little drinky drink. you enjoyed the questions and you were able to answer them as well and give your perspective, go ahead and drop a comment. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and keep moving up with the Miclette.
Moving on up, y'all. We'll catch you next time. Thank you for being with us.